Breaking news, Super Eagles star faces. Major setback after horror preseason tackle. Monaco defender and coach apologize. A preseason friendly that was supposed to be another opportunity for Nigeria international Chrisantus Uche to rebuild his momentum has suddenly turned into a nightmare, with reports from Spain claiming the Super Eagles midfielder could now face a lengthy spell on the sidelines. Uche was involved in Getafe's preseason meeting with Monaco, hoping to put a difficult loan spell at Crystal Palace behind him and make a strong return to his parent club. But everything changed in one frightening moment. The tackle that silenced everyone. The Nigerian was introduced in the second half of the encounter, but his evening came to a premature and painful end after he became the victim of a horror challenge from Monaco defender Christian Mawissa. The challenge was so forceful that Mawissa was shown a red card, while players and spectators immediately feared that Uche could have suffered a serious leg injury. Uche was eventually stretchered from the pitch, with the incident immediately becoming the biggest talking point of the match. And amid the growing concern, Mawissa has now personally addressed the Nigerian. Monaco defender apologizes to Uche. Following the incident, Mawissa expressed his regret, insisting that he never intended to injure the Nigerian international. "I would like to sincerely apologize for the injury caused during a poorly judged challenge this evening. I had no intention of hurting him, and I am deeply sorry for it." The Monaco defender also wished Uche a speedy recovery, adding that he would keep the Nigerian in his prayers. But Mawissa was not the only member of the Monaco camp to reach out. Monaco coach also sends apology. Monaco head coach Felipe Luis also expressed his sympathy for Uche after the final whistle. The coach made it clear that nobody wants to see an incident like this happen during a football match, and wished the Nigerian a quick recovery. "I am truly sorry for Chrisantus Uche. We never want to see this kind of thing happen on the pitch. I wish him a speedy recovery and hope he can return as soon as possible." At that stage, however, there was still a major question hanging over the Nigerian star. Just how serious is the injury? First medical report offered some relief. Initially, there was at least some positive news. Getafe's medical team carried out first tests and reported that Uche had suffered a contusion around the kneecap of his right leg caused by the impact. The club stated that further examinations would be required to determine the full extent of the injury, and that his return would depend on his clinical progress. That initial update appeared to suggest that the damage might not be as severe as the frightening scenes on the pitch had suggested. But now, the situation appears to have taken a much more worrying turn. New report claims Uche could miss the entire season. Reports emerging from Spain now claim that Uche has suffered multiple tears to the ligaments in his knee and is expected to undergo surgery. If those reports are confirmed, the injury could force the Super Eagles midfielder to miss the entirety of the upcoming season. That would represent a devastating blow for the 22-year-old, especially at a time when he was looking to put his difficult Crystal Palace loan spell behind him and re-establish himself at Getafe. It could also have implications for his international ambitions, with Nigeria preparing for a crucial period of competitive football. A cruel blow at the worst possible time. Uche had returned to Getafe determined to fight for his place and prove that his disappointing experience in England was only a temporary setback. Instead, a single challenge in a preseason game could now leave him facing months of rehabilitation. The contrasting reports surrounding his condition also mean that supporters will be anxiously waiting for Getafe's next official medical update. For now, the football world can only hope that the latest reports prove overly pessimistic and that Uche's injury is not as serious as feared. But one thing is certain. What started as an ordinary preseason fixture has suddenly become a major concern for Nigeria and the Super Eagles. Everyone is now waiting for the final medical verdict on Chrisantus Uche. What do you think about the tackle and the apologies from the Monaco defender and coach? Drop your thoughts in the comments, say a prayer for Uche's recovery, and follow/subscribe for more breaking Super Eagles and Nigerian football updates.